Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Perspective. We'll be talking about, of course, the election date, which has been welcomed by all political parties. Of course, we've also had the Pakistan People's Party say that there should perhaps the schedule also should have been given, the manner, the constitutional manner which is being talked about. We'll be talking about, the difference, if any, that would make to the final call for the elections now on the 8th of February. The ramifications of this development as far on the future of political alliances between different political parties. There's talk about the PPP and the PTI forming an alliance in Punjab, which will actually happen or not. We'll be talking about that. We'll also be talking about the kind of effect, if any, it can have on the overall result of the elections, general elections to be held now on the 8th of February. All of that today on Perspective. I have with me Agha, Iqrar, Haroon, who is a political analyst. Thank you for being with us today. We also have with us Qaiser Ahmad Sheikh from the PML-N. Thank you for joining us. And Ali Rashid from the PPP. Thank you for being with us. Ji, I'm going to go to Qaiser Saab and then come to you. Agha Saab, Qaiser Saab, the PML-N now is, it seems to be entering into that stage of awarding tickets and of issuing tickets to their candidates. Am I right?
Yes, we are. Mahrukh, you are very right. The date of the 10th November has been fixed as the deadline for the candidates to apply for the tickets. So we are in the process of issuing tickets, and we are preparing for the elections in almost all constituencies. We are working very hard on it, and we feel that the election will be in time on 8th of February.
Qaiser Saab, the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif Saab, the President, the head of the PML-N is also going to tour all of Punjab, all of Pakistan, as I understand.
Yeah, up to now, you see, I could not have the exact information, but the Mia Saab definitely will like to have contacts with the various political parties, also with the various political people, and he was away for almost 4 years, and so he very much likes to see and meet and discuss about the politics in Pakistan. Our meeting of PML-N, that was to be held on 4th of November tomorrow, but it's now being held on 11th November. It is postponed for 1 week. So meanwhile, Mia Saab will have opportunity and will have a time to meet various leaders and people. So we feel that this is an opportune time for all the political parties. They should have interaction, and they should now prepare and for the elections, and to have meetings. There could be some alliances between the parties. Some like-minded people can have some common.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. Are like-minded people from all political parties? Are you open to having, like-minded people from all political parties at this time?
You see, any party, we are very open at this moment. Mia Saab have categorically mentioned in his speech at Pakistan, Minare Pakistan, that we are ready to discuss and negotiate and to talk in the interest of Pakistan. We are ready to. We are not we are not thinking about the revenge, and we are thinking to have collaboration and for the benefit and welfare of the people. That is the prime intention at present. And Mia Saab, being a recognized leader and acceptable to almost all parties, the senior most leader. So I feel his role as a elder now will be very important. All the parties are. I feel we had experience of working with 13 parties just recently.
Right. That is true. So that is true. You were very much a part of PDM. Let me come back to you. I'm going to go to Ali and then to Agha Saab here. Gee, Ali, there is, the alliance that is, on the forefront of of most minds at this time is of, perhaps PPP and the PTI. Are you open? It seems to be that, the reports are the PPP is open to having an alliance in Punjab with PTI. That is certainly a development in the sense that in the future it was something that was thought, the PPP was quite set against it. Do you think it's going to make a difference in overall numbers, in the overall graph as far as the PPP is concerned, and what the situation is in Punjab?
Well, you see, alliance at this point has finalized, or but definitely the option is there, and since we can we as we see that PMLN has also mentioned in Sindh that they might align with GDA and MQM, so we want to keep options open, and hence we said, our options of having alliance with PTI is there, but no talks as such has been. We haven't actually had any dialogue on it as yet. But rightfully so, if PTI is a party and they are quite sure if there is alliance, it will definitely affect the landscape of Punjab and the seats which we can win there.
Right. Let me come back to you, Agha Sahab. Do you see this alliance happening? Do you think it's going to, it might be, and I think perhaps it's a question for Qaiser Sahab, that it might be, of concern to the PML-N in particular in Punjab.
I believe alliance may not be possible in Punjab. Yes, you can see, or you can say some seat adjustments are possible. Because PML-N may go for a so-called of a loose alliance with the Istiqam party in south of Punjab, because south of Punjab is not a very good grip of PML-N. People's Party tried to get that place, but unfortunately this Istiqam factor came up, and People's Party lost its, you can say, hope, like it lost hope in Balochistan. And Baap Party today, I mean, they have they joined, so of them joined PML-N. So this is too early to say anything about alliance. But one thing I am very clear, it is my understanding that Bilawal Bhutto would never go for alliance with the PTI after 9 May. So we will see what happens.
But Agha Sahab, if the PTI is going to be part of the political process, minus the chairman of the PTI, then it is likely whether an alliance before or after perhaps is on the cards. Isn't that true?
Not with the People's Party.
Okay.
Because if you read cognitive and semiotic analysis of Bilawal Bhutto's statement of today, he said he would refrain from shaking hand with criminals. So I mean that is in relation with the 9 May, if I am not wrong. Anyhow, it is too early to say anything, but it is thing would be very clear when you can say the submission of papers would come, because alliances have to be decided well before that. When you are giving tickets to other people, you cannot give ticket to your candidate and then you can go alliance with any political party. So, so that would decide, I mean, People's Party position, PML-N position, PTI position, and even other parties, particularly
but the
KPK.
two main political parties, in your opinion, that are going to go head to head in Punjab, are they not? In which parties do you think are going to, it looks like a contest between the PML-N at this time and perhaps the PTI, minus the chairman PTI, or we don't know what's happening there, but overall what the situation is looking like at this time. And then there's also the Istiqam party factor.
Okay, we go in a demographic way. In urban areas, PTI is a reality, there is no doubt. But in rural areas, PML-N is a reality, and there is a little factor of Pakistan People's Party also. If you go to the south of Punjab is neither in the hand of PML-N nor in the hand of the PTI. It is Istikam Party own area, and definitely People's Party would try to get some arrangements with the Istikam Party.
Let's ask Ali whether the PPP has been able to make any headway in South Punjab. You know, because of course we know that for a
they would definitely tried even at the last moment, because they don't want to give it, I mean, you can say open
slate,
open hand to manipulate PML-N in south of Punjab. And one more important thing is that look, PTI would be there, I mean but there are people who had been with them who were electables actually. It was basically, you can say, a bouquet of the electable. Electable would go for election with other electable, and definitely everybody would, particularly PML in his popular party, to welcome every electable every time in the history. What come, so forget, I mean, their stated position, forget their political position. PML is always open to shake hand with electables. Definitely it would be again happen in Pakistan.
Let me go to Qaiser Saab and ask him that. Ji, Qaiser Saab, do you agree with that statement that Agha Saab is making? You know, whether there's your doors are open to electables and they will always be open to them, or you know, you also perhaps agree with what Bilawal Bhutto said when he said that, you know, he's not open to having you know, any kind of seat adjustment with the people he considers as thieves and looters and all of that.
You see, as very rightly Agha Haroon mentioned, that in south of Punjab there was a strong constituencies of PTI in last elections, but most of those candidates have now left PTI. So there is a vacuum available. The Istikam Party, then People Party, and then PML-N. All parties would definitely like for. We have very limited constituencies where we don't have strong candidates. Most of our constituencies, we will have our own candidates. They are there. But for some constituencies, if there are some strong candidates and they are join PML-N, I think we will definitely consider on that. And you see, south of he mentioned rightly in Sindh, People Party has a strong hold. So very few candidates will approach. There might be some candidates who can approach to PML-N or to Istikam Party like that. But you see, all the parties at present, you see, election has now initiated, and parties will try to get maximum seats, whatever is possible. And Punjab is the main center of election because about 55% of the seats are in Punjab. So definitely more tussle is there. But People Party up to now, I don't see much position in central Punjab for as far as People Party is concerned. So Tehreek-e-Istikam also I see in central Punjab, they don't have much significance there. Of course, the south of Punjab, we will share those seats, and we will like to have, if there is some electable candidate, because the candidates electable always change, you see, they change the parties quite frequently. So that is the options always available to different parties. Now it is the attraction because it is opportunity is there, and people are thinking that PML-N will form a government. So more chances that those electable might approach.
Yes. So do you expect, before I go to Ali, do you expect there to be perhaps more joinings as far as the PML-N is concerned? Because of course, Mia Nawaz Sharif Saab is back now. Do you expect more people to join your, you know, the PML-N, whether from the south or whether generally speaking, you know, now that those things are, you know, it's quite clear, there's a date in the field, all of that?
Yes, you see, PML-N is a very popular now. Mia Saab, with the arrival of Mia Saab, chances of forming government by PML-N, every party, they now themselves, they are mentioning about it. And that's why more and more candidates are being attracted towards our party. Now it's up to the leadership of the PML party that which candidate where we have our own, most of the constituency we have our own strong candidates. So it is difficult that
Yes.
we could ask in those constituencies for those
Yes,
other
sir.
candidates.
What about the party loyalists, in your opinion, who have always stuck it, with the PML-N? Of course, as a party, you will want to give preference to those people, right?
Pardon me, I couldn't follow your point.
Let me come back to you. I'll go to Ali and then Agha Sahab. Ali, do you think that you as a party, the PML-N has been able to make headway in Punjab?
In my opinion, PML-N, you're saying has PML-N been able to make headway in Punjab?
I'm sorry, my question is, as a political party, your party, the PPP, has been able, whether you've been able to make headway in Punjab under, of course, your leadership, because there was a lot of momentum there. And I, as in the future, in the elections now, what do you see?
I think we've been working very hard. We are present now in Punjab, and especially South Punjab. A lot of people who had earlier left People's Party and joined PTI and other parties have actually returned back to PPP now, like Nadeem Chand Saab and a few others. So we are working and we are expecting good results. And prior to this Jahangir Tareen's party coming into play, we were hopeful that a lot of people who had actually left PTI would actually come join PPP. Reasons unknown or some behind the scene, whatever things were going on. Another party was South Punjab under the leadership of Jahangir Tareen, and that didn't happen because that entire lot was supposed to join PPP, and we were in talks with them. But that being said, I think in Punjab we'll put up a good fight, and as I said, if there are any alliances, so that might be a game changer.
Okay, fair enough.
And as far as earlier, I think Analyst in your studio was saying that Bilawal Sahab had said he will not shake hands with criminals, but I guess any people who are left, as you said yourself, minus the leader of the party who is right now in jail, and any other criminals who are also in jail or who have cases going on. So I think if there's a cleaner lot of PTI which was not involved in May 9th, which was not involved in any other activity, if they're allowed to democratically contest elections, then I think the field is open to align with anybody, I suppose.
Let me go to Agha Sahab. Agha Sahab, I think that what Ali is saying, he raises a fair point, that as far as after the 9th May, as the nation heals, and we saw that there were a lot of people who decided to part ways with PTI. There were also things said, whether whatever it has been said that perhaps the PTI chairman did not act according to advice on a number of occasions. There were people who advised him that perhaps the course was not right, or perhaps his reaction was not appropriate in certain circumstances, and that he didn't heed that advice. Whatever may have happened, we don't know, but the question is, there has been a parting of ways by people within the PTI. There's also and the people that are now within at this time are part of PTI, are acceptable to all political parties. Isn't that true by and large?
I am very clear, as a PTI, as a political party, this is my opinion, I may be wrong, Bilawal Bhutto would not go for any official political alliance with PTI as a party.
Okay.
Whatever it is in the party or not.
But you're saying people
yes,
may...
Yes.
People may
And
join.
former MNAs, former MPs, they can join Pakistan People's Party. But the chances of
there being a
contesting
party
election,
alliance, you're saying
exactly.
It's not possible.
And one more thing I would like to add into that, when Sheikh Sahab was talking about this, there people who are PML-N had a very long history of political, you can say, contesting election, and a very, very strong candidates almost in every constituency. But what happened, unfortunately, in by-elections in Lahore, PML decided to take PTI former candidates, and they joined hand PTI because even PML-N wanted be electables with. That is why PML had a ruthless defeat in Lahore. So this is a eye opener for political parties.
You're saying there shouldn't be, but what about, okay,
No.
what about an alliance? I'm saying for the PTI.
No, don't mix two things. First, let me add this thing that if again PML-N would go for this risk to get hold of electables who had been in the PTI to give them seats instead of accommodating their own
Party
former
loyalists.
PML loyalists who had been with the party for almost, you can say, quarter
Through the
of a
rough
century.
times, through the thick and thin, whatever one may call
So
it.
it will be an again disaster
Okay.
that happened in Lahore.
Okay.
And now you are talking about, look, I am very clear about this. Anybody can join any political party.
How do you, I agree, but I'm saying that as the voters of PTI
Yes.
who have told the former, Prime Minister, chairman of PTI's line of being, above any kind of alliance, of being above, of being sacred, so to speak. That voter, do you think is that voter going to react to this kind of an alliance, in your opinion, the PTI voter also?
I think PTI.
We know what the former Prime Minister, the previous, the chairman of PTI has called, members of both major political parties. We know what he has said about them. We know how he has, the name calling,
They were chore, they were decade, they were blah and blah and blah and blah and blah for him. How can he say his voters can go and vote for a chore and thief and blah blah blah? It is morally, it would not be possible for him.
So would it be possible for that morally for that voter to justify this kind of?
I think his voter would decide her or himself. But one thing I want to mention, give me one. There is a cliche that PTI is a very powerful party even today. This is a cliche. It had never been, even when
Okay, hold this thought, Agha, we have to take a short break. We'll come back after a short break and resume our discussion. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Agha, we were talking about what the party position is likely to be now that we know that elections are going to be on the 8th of February.
Yes, we were talking that I was of the view, this is my claim, it's a cliche that PTI is very popular party. Let me share the realities.
Okay.
Even in 2018, when everything was, all powers lied with PTI, and we know who made everything, they even accept it today. And even after pre-rigging election, pre-poll rigging, after poll rigging, and after the post-poll rigging, totally, you can say when RTS was totally downed, even after doing everything, PTI got only 115 National Assembly seats, only 115. Remember, in 2013 election, PML-N had 126. In 2013, Pakistan People's Party had only 34. But in 2018, Pakistan People's Party gained to 43. And PML-N, after facing the most brutal pre-poll, poll and post-poll rigging, it bagged 64 seats. So let the election be normal. So you will see what is the reality of the entire Pakistan, not only Punjab. I am of the view, yes, I understand a new voter enter into voting system, but even then, if PML-N would definitely decide very consciously seat to seat, and if I think I understand Mia Saab because I had been covering him since 1988. He's very down to earth, very soft person. He can go to adjust seats with some people who are really strongly, justifiably can contest to PML and already, I mean, a candidate. PML as and will definitely go to seat very conscious decisions, and this same likewise People's Party also understand that People's Party should go now more than 43 in the National Assembly, meaning by PTI would definitely try to do something with the in KPK. And I mean Balochistan is not very important because it's less seats. In KPK, according to my understanding, People's Party is trying inroads. So this election would be very important election for two major reasons. Forget who is in jail or who not. I mean, this PML-N contested 2002 election when Nawaz Sharif was not here. Everybody was arrested and nobody was there to even to raise a slogan on street. Even then, PML-N got, if I am not wrong, 18 National Assembly seats. So we will see what happens, but at that last moment I will give you my opinion. This election is very important for two reasons. First, Pakistan People's Party and the PML-N and the ANP, they have to decide their fate. If they will take wrong decisions, if they will take, they will accommodate people without reason, this will be a very heavy election for them.
Right, fair enough. Let me go to Qaiser Saab. Qaiser Saab, can you hear me? Qaiser Saab, there is, what about, are you still open to meeting with other political parties as far as, of course we saw what Mia Saab said about, having perhaps in the larger interest of the country of meeting with other political party heads or political parties generally speaking, and, perhaps looking at the future. Because one particular party at this time, we don't know again what will happen, attaining the kind of lead that they would like, the kind of seats that they would like seems, perhaps rather difficult. Is that still going to happen? Is that still on the cards in your opinion?
Mahrukh, first of all, I just listened that 14 brave soldiers have embraced Shahadat. That's unfortunate that the terrorism in Pakistan, our forces are facing and are very courageous fighting and sacrificing for the cause of the country, and we must acknowledge and appreciate their effort, and we should try to find some solution for that. And this continued terrorism incidents are just harming our overall picture of various options of Pakistan economic and political scenarios. That now I come to your question, what you see, PML-N, Agha Haroon mentioned rightly that is a very popular party. Mia Saab is known to everyone. He has been thrice Prime Minister of Pakistan, and he mentioned categorically that he wants to have a discussion with other political parties. You see, we have in most of constituencies, particularly in Punjab, I mentioned, we have our own candidates, but still we would like to have some candidates who are the best thinking about best interest of the country, and also there is some opportunity of candidates from Sindh because People Party has strong hold there. But we have opportunity. We want to work with the other political parties in alliance also. After the election, we will definitely, all the parties have to contest their own, and they have to go to the voters and give their own manifesto. But still, you see, always there is an opportunity. In the last tenure of 16 months, you have watched it that Mia Shahbaz Sharif did very well. There was not even a single member who was with us. He was not annoyed with our alliance. So that is the solution of Pakistan. Even in other parties, but all other parties like PTI, the people who are not involved and who are not convicted, they will definitely will have a negotiation or discussion with other political parties, and some people which we feel that they are like-minded with PML-N, they might we might discuss with them. So I mean, we are all the political parties should have this system, and we are open. This is the election that should be a fair election. That should be the perception should be such that election is free and fair, and whichever
Do
party
you
is more
expect there
popular
to be
and
a
gets
meeting? Do you expect there to be that kind of a meeting before the elections?
yes, definitely. That is at ample time. We are. Mian Saab mentioned categorically that he will contact other political party leaders. There could be meetings. Always there is a political process continues, and this is the in democracy. Always, even in our own constituencies, you see, we have meetings with other
Let me
like-minded
take
people.
Ali on board and then I'll come back to you. Ji, Ali, there is, there in the past there has been misgivings, so to speak, from your leadership regarding level playing field. In that kind of a background, are you still going to be open to this kind of a meeting with the PMLN leadership, your leadership and the PMLN?
Yeah, definitely. And we're always open to talk, and we want to have dialogue, and we want to move forward. Whatever may have happened in the past, or whatever may be happening currently. I mean, if you look at the situation right now, it's a very sad state of affairs. Being said that Supreme Court to intervene for the Election Commission to give the election date. Shouldn't the ECP be giving the election date itself? And just look at it now. Finally, February 8th, it's been decided the election will take place, and the stock market up. People are happy that things are moving towards, there's some stability. And although the election date has been given, the election schedule is not out. We have to award tickets to people from different areas. The party has some internal processes also. Every political party, they have to meet people. They have to see which candidate is good for which seat. And after the interviews, then once the person, then there's like another month of scrutiny and process which ECP has, any appeals, etc., etc. Then the person gets like the symbol to contest from a certain party. Then he goes out and does his campaign. And 8th is the date for election. My question is, why hasn't the schedule been out? Why isn't anything else being done about it? Um, that being said, yes, we would still be open to talk to PMLN. If you look at our history with PMLN
Ali,
in the
does your
past
party
20,
still have
30 years,
reservations regarding there being a level playing field or there not being a level playing field?
do we have reservations? Yeah, yes, definitely. We do have, and I think we have been very vocal about the kind of reservations and issues which we've had about not having a level playing field. And but you have to just not much you can do, right? You can just play with the cards you've been dealt with. So we are going with the flow, and we are raising our voice wherever we can. We had even suggested that I think the election commission is maybe just waiting for Mia to come back to Pakistan to then announce the election date, which has rightfully so happened.
In this
Now
kind
that
of a
he's here,
scenario, is the PPP
some
going to be satisfied with whatever the election results will come out to be?
well, that totally depends on what the election results are, and also how things are managed, and if everything is free and fair, and if we feel that like right now, there are many. Uh, I mean, if everything goes normally now, for the sake now that Mia Saab is back, we do understand his party was being run by, you know, since he was not here, it's not the same when in the country. And we do know that Mia Saab has been a great leader. He was the prime minister when I was MNA. So we do know that he has those leadership skills. So I'm hopeful that grievances of not having a level playing field, which other parties may have, he will try to address them. And collectively we can all go into elections and and finally accept whatever result we get, because we can't deal with the kind of the
upheaval
confrontation
or the
PTI
kind of
had thrown us
instability
earlier.
that can ensue from not accepting results. Ji, Agha Sahab, you heard what Ali said.
Exactly. Basically, Ali is talking about the schedule, and the Pakistan People's Party also talking about the schedule. With due apology with everybody.
Ji.
Election schedule is always very clear. I want to mention the dates. The date of filing of the nominations papers will take, as usual, 7 days. Okay, and it will start when election would be exactly less than 2 days, the 3 months after that, before, right? So just you count down from today. Election schedule should come by today is the 3rd, 4th, 3rd. It should be on 8th.
I mean, we can see that. Yes,
it should be. I mean, and this is a standard rule, and everybody knows how many dates are for publication of name of the nomination, last date of the scrutiny. This is a standardized rule. Standardized rule. Just the announcement should be about 8 November, maybe before, maybe on Wednesday. So this is not a big issue. When election date is announced, they should go and start meetings with their candidates. One thing is very important, Mahrukh. This election is also very important for ECP. This election would determine the credibility of ECP after whatever happened in 2018
and we saw the comments
elections.
of the Supreme Court also.
Pardon?
We saw the comments of the Supreme Court regarding the ECP.
And I have a very high opinion about the Chief Election Commissioner. He is a man who fought during his era, PTI lost seats in Punjab during the PTI government, and even PML lost, PDM lost by-election in the government of the PDM. And he is the person, remember, who raised alarms when this Daska election took place.
But you're right that this is perhaps going to be that kind of a test case for him.
Yes.
Right, fair enough. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have. Thank you so much for being with us. Agha Iqrar Haroon Saab, Qaiser Ahmad Sheikh Saab, thank you for joining us. Ali Rashid, thank you for being with us today. Of course, what happens as far as the elections are concerned is going to, be closer to the day as it unfolds. Of course, now that we have a date in the field, we will have a clarity in terms of the schedule, in terms of the party alliances, so to speak, of what we can expect in the future. Of course, I want to also end by saying that we, stand with the very, the tragedy that's happened as far as the 14 soldiers who have just been martyred. And there are no words for when this kind of an incident happens. May Allah grant them the highest ranks in Jannah, and their family sabr, I would like to say as we end today. Of course, and I think one of the things that we discussed in the program is that in the interest of stability, we want elections that are acceptable to all political parties, to all stakeholders, so Pakistan as a whole can move towards stability and prosperity. And that is what's most important at this time. Thank you so much for joining us today on Perspective.